One day ago, many traders and analysts were expecting what they called a Black Monday for the cryptocurrency market. Social media was filled with predictions of another massive crash, and countless bearish voices were warning investors that one of the worst sell-offs in recent months was about to unfold. The expectation was simple. Prices would continue collapsing, panic would spread across the market, and investors would face another painful day. However, that is not what happened. Instead of seeing a complete breakdown, the market showed signs of resilience and managed to bounce back. That rebound raises an important question. Why did the market recover when so many people were expecting disaster? More importantly, what does this tell us about where XRP and the broader cryptocurrency market may be heading next? Hey guys, welcome back to Whiteboard Crypto Update. In today's video, we'll talk about XRP. So be sure to stay focused, as you surely don't want to miss out on this. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell so you never miss any of our uploads. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. To understand the current situation, we first need to look at what happened over the last year. During the second half of 2024 and the beginning of 2025, there was tremendous excitement surrounding cryptocurrencies. Investors were looking forward to major developments such as strategic crypto reserves, Bitcoin treasury initiatives, and important legislation that could finally provide regulatory clarity to the industry. Expectations were extremely high. Many people believed that these developments would trigger a new wave of institutional adoption and send cryptocurrency prices significantly higher. Yet, despite all of this optimism, the crypto market suddenly lost momentum. While other high-growth sectors continued attracting capital, cryptocurrencies experienced a major pullback. At the same time, money continued flowing into artificial intelligence companies and related investments. Many investors started asking why one sector was thriving while another was struggling. One possible explanation is that the AI sector simply faced fewer obstacles. Artificial intelligence companies did not require the same level of regulatory approval that cryptocurrency projects needed. Investors could participate in AI-related opportunities without worrying about complex financial regulations. The cryptocurrency industry, on the other hand, sits much closer to the foundation of the financial system itself. Technologies like XRP are designed to improve the movement of value, payments, and financial infrastructure. Because of that, governments and regulators naturally apply much higher standards before allowing widespread adoption. This is where regulatory clarity becomes so important. Legislation designed to define how digital assets should operate is not merely another news headline. It represents a critical step toward institutional participation. Financial institutions managing billions or even trillions of dollars cannot simply enter an industry without clear rules. They need certainty. They need compliance frameworks. They need confidence that they can operate safely within established regulations. While many investors viewed regulatory delays as negative, another perspective is that these hurdles are simply part of the process required to unlock much larger amounts of capital in the future. Because of these delays, many investors became impatient. Rather than waiting for the cryptocurrency industry to mature, they shifted their attention elsewhere. They looked for faster opportunities and easier trades. AI became the popular destination because it appeared to offer immediate growth without the regulatory uncertainty. However, that does not necessarily mean AI is a better long-term investment than cryptocurrency. It simply means that one sector encountered fewer short-term barriers than the other. My view is that there is still tremendous demand waiting on the sidelines for digital assets. Many investors who temporarily moved away from crypto may eventually realize that regulation was never destroying the industry's future. Instead, it was building the foundation necessary for larger institutional involvement. Once that foundation is established, capital can flow into the market with much greater confidence. The innovation being developed within blockchain technology is too significant to ignore. The potential transformation of global financial systems, payment networks, and cross-border transactions remains one of the most important technological shifts happening today. Although regulatory uncertainty has slowed progress and frustrated investors, overcoming these challenges could ultimately create a stronger and more sustainable market. What we are seeing right now is a market dominated by negative sentiment. Many people have become convinced that cryptocurrency is no longer important simply because prices have declined. Instead of focusing on technological progress, adoption, and infrastructure development, they are focusing entirely on short-term price movements. This is one of the main reasons why so many people predicted a catastrophic Monday. They looked at recent charts, saw weakness, and assumed that further declines were inevitable. The interesting thing about markets is that extreme pessimism often appears near major turning points. When everyone becomes convinced that prices can only go lower, the market frequently begins moving in the opposite direction. Throughout history, some of the best buying opportunities have emerged when fear reached its highest levels. Over the past several months, we have examined numerous indicators suggesting that the current environment may represent a major opportunity. Technical signals, historical market comparisons, investor positioning, and sentiment data have all pointed toward conditions that resemble previous market bottoms. While no indicator guarantees future performance, many signs suggest that the current environment looks far different from the beginning of a long-term collapse. What has changed recently is market psychology. Earlier in the downturn, investors often claimed they would continue buying if prices fell further. Many people repeatedly said they hoped for lower prices because it would allow them to accumulate more assets. Today, that attitude has largely disappeared. Instead of excitement about buying opportunities, many investors are exhausted. Confidence has been replaced by frustration. Optimism has been replaced by fear. Part of this reaction is understandable. Watching investments decline in value is emotionally difficult. Most people enjoy rising markets and dislike falling markets. However, there is another factor contributing to the negativity. Many participants never developed a genuine investment thesis in the first place. Their entire belief system was built around one assumption: prices would continue rising. When an investment thesis consists only of the price will go up, confidence disappears the moment prices begin falling. Without a deeper understanding of utility, adoption, demand, or long-term value creation, investors have nothing to support their conviction during difficult periods. This is why so many people lose confidence during bear markets. Their expectations were based entirely on price appreciation rather than fundamental value. This is where XRP stands apart from many other digital assets. The XRP community has spent years discussing real-world utility, institutional adoption, cross-border payments, liquidity solutions, and financial infrastructure. Whether someone agrees with every prediction or not, the important point is that there is a long-term vision behind the asset. Many XRP holders are not simply waiting for prices to rise. They believe XRP serves a meaningful role within the future financial ecosystem. That distinction becomes incredibly important during periods of market weakness. Investors who only focus on price often abandon their positions when markets decline. Investors who understand a broader vision are more likely to remain patient because their confidence is based on utility rather than short-term market sentiment. After multiple major market corrections, one thing becomes clear: most communities do not survive severe downturns. Interest fades, investors leave, projects disappear. Yet the XRP community consistently remains active through every cycle. The reason is simple. Many XRP supporters believe the asset's value extends beyond temporary market conditions. The reality is that not every cryptocurrency offers significant utility. Some projects exist without solving meaningful problems. Others struggle to demonstrate long-term relevance. XRP supporters argue that their asset occupies a unique position because it addresses real financial challenges and has the potential to support institutional blockchain adoption on a large scale. Because of that utility, many investors believe XRP possesses a fundamental value proposition that creates a stronger foundation than purely speculative assets. While market prices may fluctuate dramatically, the long-term thesis remains focused on adoption, efficiency, and integration within the global financial system. That is why, even during periods of extreme fear, it is important to separate price action from long-term value. There will always be people predicting further declines. There will always be headlines suggesting the market has no future. There will always be voices claiming there is no bottom in sight. But investors who have developed a clear understanding of where the industry is heading often view these periods differently. The opportunity ahead for cryptocurrency remains enormous, and among all digital assets, XRP continues to be viewed by many as one of the strongest candidates for institutional use within the future financial infrastructure of the world. If that vision ultimately becomes reality, then the value proposition for XRP could be far greater than what the market is currently pricing in today. For long-term believers, that is why temporary fear, bearish sentiment, and market volatility do not change the bigger picture. They simply represent another chapter in a much larger story that is still unfolding. Well, guys, that's all we have for you today. What are your thoughts on XRP? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again in the next video. Goodbye.